It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Barons and the Dolphins, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Brooklyn Barons and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them, and in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting, they're going to be physical, they're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corral.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point attempt to come here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They run the counter. Holmes. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd down now, it's Holmes, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes down to about the 32. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Holmes. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Holmes. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 113 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Going right back to Akers. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can.
They should have better opportunity because the nerves should be settled. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Look, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll go again here with Akers. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Blake Gillikin now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Holmes, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw as well.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he comes back with 1 complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Holmes to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. From the 36, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Tua going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9. Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. From the 44, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Holmes. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of the yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mayfield looks to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a give, Akers running left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Akers. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the handoff, it's Akers. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mayfield. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harper. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 2. Now Tua. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give running right is Akers. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime.
Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 and now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a run with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Akers. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the carry, it's Holmes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Holmes has got it complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Here's Holmes. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll run. This is Holmes. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Open man is Atwell. Complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down at 4. On the ground, it's Akers. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll run with Holmes. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought maybe when he caught, he had a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Going right back to Akers. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
On second down, it's Holmes. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Holmes. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up to the facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mayfield now. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll give this to Akers running right. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Tua. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. On second down now, it's Holmes. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 108 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On the give, this is Akers. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor. From
a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. third down. Holmes. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now Tua being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Akers is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Akers. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Cam Akers, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. Patrick Mahomes, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.